Good evening, everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. We're just starting to stream now, so you've joined us at the right time. We are having a couple of games for fun in our Blood Bowl League of Destruction. So it's a just for the fun league that's PvP, that's a group of us that play together regularly and have lots of different teams set up in the league just for bragging rights, fun, and potentially causing deaths to each other's players in hilarious ways. So get yourself a beverage, sit back, relax, and enjoy the stream. As you drop by, feel free to say hi in the chat, and we're definitely up for having a laugh. So our first game today is going to be, I think it's Orcs versus Elves. So we're just searching in the background at the moment. So it's going to be my Reddens versus Tolmat's Elves. Is it Elves of Destruction? So yeah, I'll kick over to the game now, and thank you everyone for watching. There we go. Okay, if you are just joining us on the stream, you do have a few minutes to go and grab yourself a beverage, because it does take a little while. Yeah, it will take a little while. It should take about 2 more minutes before the matchmaking finds us a game together. So let's get everything back working again. Okay, JP, you're on the stream now. I'm on the stream now. I'm just moving us to the stream chat channel as well. Sorry about that. One moment. So, which team was it you were playing again? The Elves of the Dace. Oh yeah. Oh, I am actually sorry about that. Yeah, that was a bit on the brutal side. There's nothing like some early deaths to you know, you're just shaking up the lineup a bit. I was helping you shake the lineup up. That's what I was doing. Is that an NSFW? Oh dear. Right. For everyone that's on the stream that hasn't already, you can join our Discord server as well. We've set up so everyone can arrange games, hang out with each other. But specifically, we're trying to arrange games for people for PvP in Blood Bowl and Wartime. These games that all of us love, but it's kind of a pain in the backside to arrange a game for. So let's start. You got 2 journeymen. Oh dear. Yeah, when you said there's a problem with elves. Oh, can I get a wandering Oh no, I can get a wandering apothecary, but it will cost me more. Oh, hang on. Oh. I can add an extra gobbo to my roster. As a mercenary. Why not? Won't use them until you start killing my guys. No. Sorry? No, it's not. 100k is one of the cheapest star players, I think. Blood for the Blood God. Murder them. Yep, Morath is online. He's reasonably bloodthirsty, I would say. And I don't think he's talking to anyone in particular. I think he's more than happy for Tolmat to come and murder me. As long as there's death and destruction. So everyone on stream, if you let me know if the sound and everything sounds okay, I'd really appreciate it. Just if there's any problems, let me know and I will change the settings accordingly. Oh, hang on. Right, you should now be able to hear everything and everyone. I've just realised that I derped. Again.
You're not pregnant, are you? Don't expect anything.
So, hang on. Can everyone hear everything on the stream now?
Test, 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 test.
I can hear you. You just jumped on the stream really loud. Yep, cool. We're back.
With a wood elf opposite me, I'd be on the watch for holes in the defense. A pass to a lone player and you're done for.
Okay, so I'm going to be setting my players up in defense before the kickoff. Which means that JP is going to get to hit me in the face really hard.
Yay.
One of the benefits, right? Oh, I forget he's got a tree man. Oh. There's going to be some orc death. Is that a new player, that tree man? Or did you always have a tree man?
No, we're elves. This is like our only good guy. one knockdown away from leveling up, so.
Right, sorry about that. Multitasking very badly. 47 seconds I can do it in that. Let's go. Okay, you want to fight? I'll give you a fight. Just not with anyone else.
You should probably get Nightbot into the Discord to do those packs.
Yes, I should. I believe that's something that Morath is actually setting up at the moment. So, I'll do. Where to kick off? It's going to be a question. So, if you're new to Blood Bowl, the Orcs are a very punchy team. It's basically an interpretation of American football where there is far more death and injury in the fantasy world. So, this is Orcs versus Wood Elves. Wood Elves are delicate but very good at running around, dodging, passing the ball. Orcs are orcs. They're good at hitting things and moving forwards, and that tree man on the Wood Elf team just here is going to cause a significant amount of damage to my team. In the League of Destruction, every single tree man that's in the league is in the top for kills and injuries. I think we've got 5 tree men in the league, all of the top 5 of injury-causing players. If you just joined us, welcome to the stream and good afternoon. I hope everyone's day is going well. So don't forget to say hi in the chat if you get a chance, or feel free just to watch and laugh as my team get a kicking. Oh, and worth knowing, stream, Nuffle hates both Tolmat and I, so everything's going to go wrong.
Not an armor break though.
Oh, that was not bad going.
decisive. That lady is looking rather smug for remaining upright. Pride comes before a fall.
Ball is secure. Can the other team steal it away? I wonder how fast they'd be after I broke it some legs. The attacker has an assist.
Ooh.
Oh, nice hit there. That Black Hawk. Oh, oh, and an armor breaking KO'd. Black Hawk has been given a decent shoeing there. Yeah. So the way to beat a hitty team is to overman them, put as many people as possible in contact with them. And JP's done a fairly stunning job of that. I have some massive holes in my line. I should probably cover for when things go wrong, because it's not an if. Oh, mistakes were made.
Absolutely have to stop him.
Oh.
Or her. Whatever.
You get to choose your square, don't you? Oh no, I do. Oh, injury.
Shit.
Missing next game. That's not the worst that could happen to him.
No.
Okay. And another one of your elves caught the ball, because of course they did. Don't. Oh, that'll do it.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh. Blackhawks doing what Blackhawks do best. Unfortunately, not causing an injury.
Marvelous.
I beg to disagree. I don't think I have a pop carry. Not.
No, I don't think I do either. We're playing fast and loose here. Okay.
Watch for the handoff. All good, solid, if not spectacular play.
Hey, they're moving the ball really well.
Oh, I knew that was going to happen. That's why I moved my Blackhawk blitzer, so my blitzer back. But I don't think he's going to be fast enough. Oh, what a hit on another Blackhawk there. Flying through the air.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Please don't fail.
Yes!
Oh,
Thank you, Nuffle.
come on.
Oh, he's a loner as well.
Wow.
Nuffle's first victim.
He's a loner. He's a light. Oh, he's a journeyman.
Yep.
Wow, you're not getting fucking hired at the end of this match, are you?
They're going for the ball.
Oh.
Yes, dodge. Oh dear.
Good defensive block.
I think you still run that in. So that just leaves me with a lot of orcs with no prospect of catching up with the ball. Strength 4. That tree man's strength 6.
Yeah, tree man is strong.
The only thing is, if I knock him on his arse, he's unlikely to get back up again.
Yeah, that's tree man.
However, that does also mean I have to knock him on his arse. Oh,
Oh,
the bloodbath begins.
We'll see him on the pitch.
yeah.
I just needed to get this orc off the sidelines, otherwise you were definitely going to go and arrange a viewing with the crowd. Oh, you have lucked out there.
Nice.
Well, I didn't actually have that many free tackle zones on him. Oh,
Oh, come on.
how many freaking... Oh, I've genuinely punched him all over the pitch. Right, I can't really get back. Yeah, exactly. Swap places. Okay, let's check what we've got over here. Right, 2 assists. Can I get this guy back? I could. Is it worth it? Oh.
No. No was the answer. Yes,
Yes.
was the answer. Fuck.
Anthem to the sport.
Creating an orc team, 1,000 gold crowns. Knocking a tree man on his ass? Priceless. Oh. Yeah, oh, I'll try that later. Okay, I think that's all I can do this turn. I have inflicted as much violence as I can on the elves. This is actually quite a high scoring orc team, but these elves are going to run circles round them. Oh, thanks, Brian, mate. Hey, how are you? How was your flight?
Extremely fast, Constance. The other two must wake up.
Okay.
Looks like that apothecary's magic sponge was on full charge. A few of the chaos have been revived, ready to play. It's going to be hard now that they're outnumbered.
Possession is the key to winning. Must drive the coach crazy, as his team has just kicked it away.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. It's Harry that went on the flight, not you, Brian. I'm so sorry. So you're stuck monitoring server migrations at work. As someone that used to work in IT doing exactly that, I feel for you, my friend. I really do. I can think of very few things less boring, although I do like the cold. So I used to go and hide myself in the server room and no one would come and bother me. Because I was doing server magic. Well, that doesn't need to be a black orc to see that. Idea. I have an idea, and it's an orky idea, so you know it's going to be a good idea. Except when it's not a good idea, and the boss makes me take it back. Doop, doop,
Touchdowns are
doop,
coming.
doop, doop.
The studio wizard has promised me at least one more before the
So you got much longer at work, Brian Makes? More Daka, more Itty. We don't have Daka. We're not Empire.
Yeah.
Oh, I suppose some gobos have Daka.
You do have Daka. You can buy a troll that goes very Daka with gobos.
Oh god.
No, Daka's the noise you make. Like when you're shouting, you're firing a gun, orcs make the noise as well. Bang, bang, Daka, Daka.
Goblins shout the Daka Daka.
And the ball is up. And the Elves of the Days get a free turn because of course they do, the little
Yay.
pointy-eared so-and-sos.
Oh, come on.
Oh, that'll do.
Oh,
Nuffle
that
gave
was
you an
so
extra
quick,
drive,
quick.
and then Nuffle giveth, Nuffle taketh away.
Nuffle taketh a lot harder than giveth.
I didn't say Nuffle was a giving god. Oh, that will do for what I want to do. Follow up. Hello, Tree Man. Hey, Ohms, you're back. Oh, come on. I use all of my rerolls doing this.
These guys are better than mine.
That was bad. Oh, that's not too bad. Exchange cut over though. You can't be looking forward to doing that. Thank you. So a tree man to get up and blitz. That's the reason I was trying to knock him down.
Going for it. I didn't know that.
Yeah, as soon as he stands up, he has to go for it because he's got so little movement. So he has to stand up, which is -2 squares movement, I think.
I
Which,
get a 2+ and I got a 1.
yep, there you go. Natural ones. Nuffle is in the house today and not helping either of us. So if you've just joined us, we're derping a lot at the moment with the High Elves playing the Orcs. And the Orcs are actually a fairly high scoring team previously, but they're not particularly high up our streaming table. Right, if I know Nuffle's in that sort of a mood, 2 guys, what could go... Oh, geez, really?
That's what could go wrong.
Yeah. My Black Orc has tried twice now. Oh, Ohms, you're playing in more time with the tutorial. That's awesome. How are you finding it so far? Oh, geez. Have you seen, Tolma, have you seen how many times I've rolled those exact same dice? 2 dice, a push or a me down. Like, these should be easy hits. Jeez. Your High Elves are standing up pretty well. Right. So if you're playing Blood Bowl properly, stream, what you should be doing is doing all the things you're least likely to fail first, and then going on to the things you're more and more likely to fail. I think there's room for an if the tree falls in the woods joke here. I approve. If a tree man falls in the wood elf team, does anyone care? Not the orcs.
If you're going to select a player to do this, then yes.
I need star player points. This is a fresh team.
Coach has my approval.
Right, so now I have to stay alive.
A classic combination.
I've already used my blitz. Darn it. Right, I'm not standing anywhere near that tree man. So the tree men are one of the most hitty units in this game. However, they are also one of the... Oh god, no, don't do that. Oh.
Success,
Oh.
Wow, that's what I get for laughing at your misfortune for too long. So we've set time turns up to keep it going quickly. Elf and safety policy of the Wood Elf team to be punched into the ground. Oh dear. I think you've got competition, Brian. Brian, meet Morass, one of my mods, who he's the current title holder in the puns competition. He made the competition up. He wrote out the title on an A4 piece of paper, and he's holding on to it. That's the only reason he's got it. Okay. I actually have enough turns to be able to score if I can get myself down the other side of the pitch, which with orcs is no mean feat. Although it's not dwarves, so there is that. You've got a strength 2 lineman standing on his own there. He makes a very tempting target for someone. Although my dice rolling so far has not been great. I shouldn't have done that.
The players arrive to assist their team.
Oh. But you know what? I think I'll console myself.
So close to a world of hurt.
Beautiful backflip there. Excellent ballerina. Oh, my blitzer's got the ball. Right. No! You have to be careful when you're clicking the dice in this and clicking your moves, because otherwise you can do stupid things. Like, I think the last game that Tom and I played, I passed to my tree man, who caught the ball, which meant I lost the game because he couldn't move. So, not my greatest moment, I'll be honest. But that's why you guys are here for the stream. Esports ready. Or derps. I'm pretty sure it's the derps. Okay. Let's turtle around the ball carrier. They're only actually just going over there to gang up so that if he gets knocked over by an elf, they can laugh at him. True story. Oh. Oh! This is the Black Hawk that's got block.
Damn.
Oh. I am so happy. If you have an orc team, Black Hawks are quite strong. And they, when the game first came out, they were pretty OP. Which they still are to an extent. But they only have a strength. They have strength 4, which is one more than most other people, so they get to roll more dice when they're making an attempt. But they also don't have block. Oh, I'm going to put him there. Brian says he's glad he's not the only one who has epic double-click fails in Blood Bowl. As always passing because I think I've moved to the next character. Yeah, I've done that so many times. Like, handed off. And it's never to someone that you're like, oh, alright, that makes sense. It's always to, oh, great, I've just passed with my... Instead of selecting my ogre to... oh, let's get him over there. Instead of selecting my ogre to throw his teammate, I'm just going to pass the ball to him. Oh, look. He's dropped the ball. Oh, well that was not unexpected at all. I knew that was coming. I have a feeling that one of my blitzers is about to get kicked in the back and the front of the face.
Oh, God! These dice rolls, man.
KO'd. Yeah, Nuffle is definitely just having fun at our expense at the moment. Oh. Not the blitz I should have gone for. Clean punch across the line.
Oh.
And the fans, this is what you get when you go to a Twitch Meet the Fans convention. Oh, I have got one reroll left. Oh yes! Equalise! I'll be honest, stream. I don't actually care about winning this. I care about star player points because this is a new team in the league, and I need some players that have got block. Because in the Orc team you only get 2 to start with, which are or 1 class, which is blitzers. Well, I'm just assuming that Nuffle's going to give you a blitz now. Because Nuffle's a git. I mean, praise be to Nuffle, god of the dice. Alright, that's you placing your guys in attack, JP.
Okay, let's see.
Shouldn't take you long, there's not many of them on the pitch. Sorry. Although, to be fair, I think you've killed more of my players than I've killed of yours now. Because the last game you killed one of my other team's player.
Yeah, true.
If you don't take an apothecary, you're very likely to get someone permanently hurt. And if you do take an apothecary, and you're playing against JP, he'll just kill 2 players, so you can heal one and he'll kill the other one for you.
Yep.
I think you've got 2 of my players playing on your side now as well, on your undead side. Which I'm not bitter about. If the undead kill people... Oh!
Okay, rest in peace, my people.
Well, look, the only people that are getting over to this ball are Black Orcs. So, I wouldn't be too worried about me taking the ball and going for a score. It's
There's a couple pretty good players on the field, Jim. They're just hiding behind all the crappy ones.
I do love the commentary in this game. There's a couple of good players on this field. They're just hiding behind all the crappy ones. Flood for the blood god. Brian says that I'm a much more kind coach than he is, because he would have stood on the edge of the end zone and then spent the next 2 turns crunching elf bones. I can understand that. The only thing is, you underestimate Nuffle's hatred of me. Oh, that was stupid. Never mind. Why not? Let's go for it. What could possibly go wrong, stream? That's 1. The Orcs are getting cocky. As soon as they do, Nuffle will smack them down. I think your undead team did that to me, and I tell you what, who is not a Blitz the Tree Man? Screw you! I don't have enough players over that way. Morass is very much with you on the crunching teams. Currently, I think he wasn't top of the half. Is he? They're not top anymore. They were, but they were for the longest time. The Halfling team were the top in the. So Morass is saying 3 games unbeaten, 1 draw. Sorry, 3 games he's won and 1 draw. They're unbeaten still, but they are. They have 2 tree men in the Halfling teams. Those guys are freaking huge and kick people over. The downside to tree men is they can get stuck. Oh. Did you just...
Alright, yeah, alright.
Well, to be fair, he's in a tackle zone. I would have gone for a pass, to be honest.
2 or 1 to 1.
A 2 or 1. Wow. So, stream, if you're watching, you can see at the bottom all of the dice rolls, what was needed and what was rolled. And the red dice are when you roll a 1. And that was a lot of 1s. Have I got anyone with block anywhere near? So this game is part of our Just for Fun League of Destruction. So it's a just an excuse for a few of us to get together for some casual games of Blood Bowl Death. With lots, and also to try out lots of different teams. So each of the coaches here have 4 or 5 teams, maybe even 6 now, in the league. So it's more for a laugh. I'm sorry, Tolmat. This is your elves are getting smacked around a bit.
Yeah, just a bit.
Oh, your strength 3 catcher.
I'm proud of that guy.
Oh. He does do great backflips. No, that strength 3 catch is super useful. All joking aside, the ability to the amount of strength dictates how hard you can be hit and how hard you can hit others. So if you're the same strength, you roll 1 block dice, which are the dice you see rolling up when people are hitting people. And if you're a higher strength than the other person, you roll 2. And if you're double their strength or more, you roll 3, which I think is the maximum. So catchers are normally, they're super fast, but they're a bit brittle, in elves in particular. So I'm throwing balls at the moment, which is very unorky, I know, to try and get more star player points. I think these Orcs won their first game 4-0 and then have subsequently not done such a great job. Oh cock, I've just realised I don't think I'm run in. Well, that's a problem. Yeah. So I can't do anything that requires a reroll anytime soon. You may notice a continual tone in all of Maras's messages in the chat. Everything involves killing a player or stamping on someone. So one of the advantages of playing the Elven team, although they're getting kicked around a lot at the moment, is that they can move from one end of the pitch to the other incredibly quickly and are more likely than most other teams to manage passing and picking the ball up and catching, and you know, stuff that you'd actually want to do if you wanted to score. So whenever someone's standing next to one of the players, there are tackle zones around them that's like this, a square around, and that makes it difficult for other players to move. And JP's done a fairly good job of putting tackle zones around my Orc. So you can see it makes him, he has to pass a roll to dodge out of the tackle zone. You know what, I'm just going to try and go for it. And I need star player points, and on him in particular. So the movement, you can see any squares within the thick white line I can definitely move to, and any ones with the dice in them is me going for it, which is a risky move because you can actually fall over and die. Oh. And... oh. Well, there you go. I'm not scoring and getting those star player points. Not only did he fail to get out of the dodge zone, but the elf on the way out KO'd him. Nicely done, sir. So you, at the moment we've got the my stream you Orc team, the Reddens, because Reddens go faster, against the elves of the Dace.
That team's apothecary must have the magic sponge this time.
Am I actually down to having to have that gobbo in the pitch? He was only there for a joke. Damn it!
This needs to be a hell of a catch.
How do you fancy a free kill? I'll feed you a goblin. He was only going to get eaten by one of the other team anyway. I'm going to put the gobbo in front of the tree man and leave you to it. Blitz the tree man with the gobbo. he would need to be ably assisted by all of the orcs. Red dice a gobbo with the tree. Oh. Alright, I'm going to blitz your tree man with my gobbo as the last thing I do this turn. When you derp in this game, and when an action fails, your turn ends. So that gobbo has strength 2. Okay, that's going to be 3 red dice. Okay, sure. Let's get my gobbo blitzer ready. Okay, so this will be interesting. At least making sure he's got tackle zones. And Tomat is kicking off.
Bit of a lull. What are you up to, Bob?
I'm thinking about what to have for lunch.
yeah.
Roast elf heart or baked half.
There's a high kick. Eh?
Okay, that was a good high kick, wasn't it?
Your opponent's kickoff failed. Choose someone to give the ball to. Why not?
I mean, I'm pretty sure there was meant to be a play there that let me do something, but I guess it changed. its
I
mind.
think it derped, to be honest. Gobbo ball, no.
That's what I was aiming. I was trying to get the goblin to get the ball.
The high kick is where you can move any player on the receiving team under where the ball lands.
Yeah, but it said it was the elves of the dice.
Yeah.
Oh, injury.
Yeah, probably do it.
Players count on black orcs to inflict damage on the opposing
Okay. So, when you cause injuries in this game, you get additional star player points. Star player points make your players better and better over time. Brian says he's not familiar with 3 minutes at all. Can they move, or are they always stuck in one spot? Yeah, every turn you have to roll a dice, and if you roll if you roll a 1, there's 2 or more, and you don't get rooted in the same place. But they can move. Their movement's just not very high. They've got a movement of 4, and they can also go for it too. Funny story, I'm not following that. I don't want to be accused of cheating when I sent my hit in. Oh. Just to be clear, blitzing a tree man with a goblin is not recommended. It's a journeyman goblin I don't care about, so he's not part of my actual roster. I just got him out of because JP's team had a higher team value than mine.
Yeah. We could have really done with not being more expensive.
Yeah, that's one of the problems with elves, is I think they are unjustifiably expensive pretty quickly. Oh. That's my turnover. I have got my gobbo is still here, ready to blitz. Or you could blitz the gobbo. Oh. Oh. Do you have to go for it to do that? You might just fall down.
Will the big one manage to
I didn't.
lay out an
You did not.
opponent after
However,
Oh, he's a loner.
so one of the the gobbo's few redeeming qualities is he has something called dodge, which means that he can ignore some of the rolls. That he ignores player stumbles and just falls back instead of being knocked to the floor.
Some defensive pressure gathering.
And I think all of the big guys are loners, other than, I mean, the biggest guys that aren't loners are the Khemri mummies, which are just OP.
Same with Undead. Just generally the mummies aren't.
Yeah. If any of you have Blood Bowl at the moment and want to add to your teams, or if you haven't got Blood Bowl, there's still a Steam sale on at the moment on Focus Interactive Games, and Blood Bowl is one of the games that has a decent chunk of cash off. I bought Blood Bowl at full price, but if you can get it cheaper, why wouldn't you? Right, let's do the blitz that I might... Oh. Oh. You're lucky I'm going to use my gobbo to... Oh, no, I don't need to blitz with him.
No.
Oh, hang on. Where's... So, a Black Hawk versus Lyman. Unfortunately, the Black Hawk should always win.
He's dead.
Oh, that was
4 games, 4 deaths so far for this team.
Oh dear. Well, that was blood for the Blood God. What death means is, so when you crack the armor on someone, you roll to see what happens. And the most common thing that will happen is they're stunned. But you may also... sorry, that you'll be KO'd, sorry. No, stunned, then KO'd. So stunned means they're like this guy, which means he's down for 2 turns, rather than just down and able to get back up again. Or he's down for a solid turn, I think is the best way of putting it. KO'd means he goes off the pitch and can't try and join back in the game until the next drive. And then you get injury rolls that permanently affect your players, much like any of you guys that are watching the Mordheim streams. Pretty much the same way. Death is permanent. Well, unless you're JP's undead team, in which case, fleeting. They have a second career. Right, I'm going to actually try and blitz with the ball carrier.
The carrier himself blocks.
Derp.
Really risky.
Ball. It's a good move.
Oh, I can't get in. Okay. Okay, so I've done all the actions that I need to do something with. So here comes what the stream's been waiting for. Is probably a death on my side. So the red dice mean that he is significantly bigger and stronger than me. Oh, I suppose you would at least got to roll the armor break. Did he not break the armor?
No.
Oh, you can stand up and foul him. You can get sent off, JP. It's pretty early. Oh.
And it wasn't an armor break. What?
What the hell? That gobbo should have been dead. He's just gone stood on by a tree man. He was my sacrifice. Smish. Absolutely plan attack. Hey, Evie. Good to see you in the stream. Fucking wrecked, he says. Yep, that will do it.
Oh
Nuffle rejects the sacrifice.
I cannot.
To be fair, I don't think either of us have been what you would call successful so far this game. However, you are now having the worst of Nuffle rolls. So, when a roll goes wrong... Brian Make said to Miraz, "You are a wonderful Blood Bowl fan and an example for us all. All that I've seen in the stream is Miraz, who's a mod, which is the only reason he's getting away with it, writing Gobbo murder, blood for the Blood God, kill him, foul him, kill him, why is he not dead?" Right.
Maybe better dodging out of the way rather than blocking Bob.
No, Jim.
Stay.
Strike first, run later. It's always been mine.
Let's give him a run with the ball. Orcs don't normally get balls. And Miraz isn't joking about fighty halflings. To be fair, I'm kind of surprised. He's got a high elf team in the league that's performing particularly poorly for his high elves, because he makes high elves the hittiest team around. Oh, it's dead and injured 3. Sorry, JP.
Yes, alright.
I genuinely feel bad for the the injury count. So the Orcs aren't very skillful with the ball, although they've got about an average agility, which is what allows you to do different actions like catching the ball and passing. Right now, I'm using that Gobbo blocker. Gobbo blitzer worked okay for me. He's staying. He's it's one of my my blitzer's out. Of course he is. So JP's now getting a chance to place his team in attack. Okay, and I'm going to get to kick the ball. So both teams get an extra team reroll. Every time you kick the ball, you can get there's a kick-off event, and that can be everything from one of the teams getting an extra turn, more rerolls, fans invading the pitch. I think the last game I played against you, JP, or one of my players got KO'd by a fan throwing a rock at him in his first turn. Didn't even get to and that is why elves are dangerous. Oh, and this is why tree men are dangerous. Oh, dodge. He survived. Oh.
That was worth it. Oh.
He's so small I couldn't even see him on the camera when you were kicking him. Brian Mate says, "Alright, Tolmat, enough messing around. It's time to run up and score in fine elfie fashion."
Yeah, we're trying, okay? We're trying.
This... My only hope, really... It's not as bad as playing dwarves against elves. Dwarves against elves, the dwarves have to kill every elf and not let them through the tackle zones. I want to see it kill the tree man. What, the gobbo? You're going to be... Well, I think JP's about to score again, so...
I need to link this.
Come on, guys, together.
All the devs of The Walking Dead are just releasing any in-game engine stuff they've made for fun.
Alright.
So this one guy's got a clip of Lee opening a cupboard, realising there's nothing in it, closing it, opening it again, looking angry, slamming it, running off and shooting lasers out of his eyes. And it's just like, I have no consequences, I'm posting this.
Need to get the ball forward.
Oh, yes.
Reroll.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I'm actually helping you get across the line.
Yeah.
That was the only guy that I could get close. So, so there is a danger to... it can be very dangerous if you let orcs know that they have no hope of scoring. Because what they'll actually do then is just spend some time smashing the rest of your players to make sure they don't try the same thing. It's a good incentive program. Oh, unfortunately, that orc really just gave him a bit of a love tap. Oh, you don't have any rerolls. And you're in a tackle zone. I'm just saying.
Shit.
You get 83% chance, so natural one it is. Are you kicking one of my black orcs?
Yeah, I want to see if I can floor him.
Yeah, that will do it. Black orc, like the snowman, is flying through the air.
Yes,
Oh!
yes, he is.
Ow! That'll do.
Only badly though.
2-star player points. Your Treeman's just leveled up.
Yay!
So he's got so many star player points from hurting and killing people. He's leveled up.
Buddy.
Nicely done. And that's how elves play. So two very different play styles here. You've got the orcs that are all about smashing people in the face and not being particularly quick at it, and unlikely to be the best passing game, versus elves who are fairly brittle, best kept out of fights wherever possible, but can run from one end of the pitch to the other in pretty much a single turn. I think with Go For It, you've probably 2 turns from literally touchline to touchline. Sorry, with sprint, sorry. At least the cheerleaders aren't biased. They do seem to cheer evenly for both sides. I'm a bit disappointed we don't have more orky looking cheerleaders. I might have to go in and check my my settings for that.
Do you just not hire any of your orc women for cheerleading?
No, much like the original Shakespearean theatre at the Globe, I'm planning on hiring some orc men and putting them in wigs and lipstick. Mainly the ones that you're choosing where. So Tomak's choosing where to kick off at the moment. Yeah, mainly the ones that have been punched in the face by an elf and fallen over as punishment. Gentle gust of wind that makes
work
spores
at
scatter.
one point. I'm trying to get it to the goblin.
Well, the problem is I'm not interested in letting the goblin have the ball because he's a journeyman. If he was in my team, abso-blinking-lutely. I think that's the orkiest play I can pull off at the moment. Ready for fail.
Yay.
Reroll. Come on, Nuffle. Come on. Hit the pointy-eared one. See, you can have your cake and eat it. You can punch a pointy-eared in the face and have the ball.
Well, you gave him a bit of a push.
Well, yeah. You're right. That was a bit delicate. I'll work harder on that.
High XP Black Orc there. I wouldn't say too much. Oh, it wasn't a Black Orc. It was a Blitzer. That Blitzer could die.
Oh. Got a slow-mo shot of an elf being punched in the face there. We know what our stream likes. Oh, look. Oh! That's my only guy with block in the Sky lineman. Oh, I'm sorry, JP. I think this is going to be a clip video of people dying.
We got 7 members left.
I'm working on it. Oh, sorry. That wasn't a challenge, no. Another orc going for it. Probably not going to do too much, particularly when some of these orcs are going to be left lying on the floor. I blitzed, didn't I? Here you go.
Feel free to walk over to him.
Yeah, I'll just... Let's go over for a wee chat. I think that's all she wrote. So I am, because the elves, even when you think you're getting to the line with orcs, things can go horribly wrong. And because the elves can run so far, I'm keeping a contingent of orcs at the back who have been bribed to cause maximum injury. Didn't really take very much to bribe them. They just get to keep any pieces they break off. Oh.
You're right, Bob. It's a shame that a water bottle just isn't enough for him.
Don't worry, I'll blitz the tree man again with that gobbo in a minute. I'll get there in the end.
They're attacking the ball carrier, Bob.
I know, Jim. I'm watching the same match as you.
Ooh! What a hit! That is my star player Blitzer badly hurt. So he's out for the rest of the game.
Hello, Mr. Goblin. Go fight the tree man.
That Gobbo will intercept if you do that. He won't. I just really want to see it happen.
Yeah, give it a try.
I've got some bad news for that Gobbo's.
Oh,
See, you're rolling exactly the same as me. I was rolling nothing but skull and pushback.
fucking journeyman. Don't punch him.
Or is that the journeyman?
That is one of them, yeah.
Okay.
The other one's right next to him.
Well, they had to retreat a little. It was getting dangerous.
Damn.
I might hire this Gobbo into my team yet.
Ball carrier, take them down.
So, Mr. Gentle Elf, how did you end up in this way? I got punched in the face by a goblin.
If the player remains
Oh, come on. Oh.
Oh, I'm going to tempt Nuffles. No, I shouldn't have done that, Stream. I should have stayed where I was. Just so you know, Stream, that's a... So you have to roll a 1 for that to happen on a d6. Oh, that was disappointing. Sorry, I was trying to help. I haven't blitzed yet. Orcs, 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 orcs. Oh dear.
got everything done he wanted.
Both down there, no armor breaks. Fall over. Oh. Oh. This is going to turn into an end-to-end game.
Don't be a fucking push, please.
Pressure on the ball. Can't argue with
Yes.
Oh, yeah, definitely don't have dodge. Oh, beautiful kick to the face there.
Oh, I got the ball.
Oh, you jammy so-and-so. Oh, you probably deserve it. You are going to need to move that ball up the field, though. I would have laughed so hard if you just fell over there.
I wouldn't be that surprised.
Yeah, sometimes Nuffle, the god of the dice, just abandons you. Ooh. Ooh.
Now that's an armor break. Missed next game.
Oh my word. That's a real problem.
You missed a line.
Well, that's what you get for leaving the elves alone. They've just taken out one of my strongest players on the pitch. That Gobbo's violent. He's going to have you.
Nope. Oh, come on. And
No.
he's done. He KO'd himself. Wow. Okay, Nuffle.
Oh.
No need.
This is quite a high scoring game considering how much derping there's been due to Nuffle. Right, Orc, deal with him. No armor break though. Oh, no, it's stunned.
It's so close.
Oh,
And yet so
yay.
much can still happen. Nothing's certain in this game.
Let's send some friendly Black Orcs over to assist here. Dolt.
Let's see what this side can do.
So if you roll the skull, basically you go down yourself, and I've just taken that to heart. So I've got 2 tackle zones on this War Dancer, which he's just going to dodge out of.
Yep.
Oh, or maybe that's a lower chance than normal.
No.
What's down there?
Oh,
Oh! Nuffle!
Oh,
There's-
niggling as well. Wow.
Oh, that's bad.
That wood elf looks to be rather badly hurt. Do you think that we take him down to the changing rooms and leave him alone? I'll be back in just a moment.
That's what you get when you protect yourself with scraps of cloth.
Okay. Last ditch trying to win the game here because Orcs can't do anything else.
Knuckles, balls, Jim.
Nope.
Going for the ball.
Never mind. Well, in that case, hey Orcs, doesn't matter if you get sent off now. Gentle foul there. Unfortunately, I think you can still get the ball down the other end of the pitch. Oh no, I don't think you can score either. No, you're fastest player. You get star player points though. Nicely done. So every successful pass of the ball that goes through the air instead of just a handoff. Handoffs don't get you anything. Will actually yield you star player points. Nice hit! That lineman has got the ball. This is...
Oh, that would have been great if it killed him.
It would have been... This is what can happen if you start a fight. A Blood Bowl game can break out. Bedtrack is stunned.
And that's game.
That's it. Well, stream. We're going to be playing another one immediately afterwards, I think. But that was fairly devastating for those Hawks.
Back to where we started.
Oh.
Injuries, death, and mutilation.
Hey, I've rolled a 6 on my winnings though. New treasury, 160k.
I also rolled a 6.
Nice. You're going to need it. Your players are really expensive to replace.
Yeah, they are.
You've got loads of star player points on a couple of your players though. So these are all the star player points earned across the game. So I'm going to go into my team
Good coach takes care of his
and
team.
let's find... Oh, I think I went past them. Oh, the Red Uns, no one got enough points to upgrade. And I've got one of my Black Orcs is injured, so they're going to miss the next game. That's a problem. Hey, you give me a headache. Welcome to the stream. Did you get some good star player rolls there?
Oh, my War Dancer's got a bit of an upgrade.
Yeah?
He got an extra agility point.
Oh, that's all. What, he's now agility 5?
Yes.
That's freaking awesome. Right. This Orc team probably need another game as well. Just spend all of the money. Hi, non-flanker. Good afternoon. That's so this is So this is Blood Bowl. This is effectively American football in a it's a turn-based game that's a bit based on American football roughly, but we're in a fantasy world setting, in the same setting as the Mordheim game is, which and lots of punching, death, and fouling. Have you got another team you need to play, JP?
Yeah, Just give me a couple of minutes. I need to just go and put some food on. But
Not a problem at all.
Yeah, I'm down. Unless Ross wants to get one going. Because, yeah, if you guys want to set one up, I've got a couple of things I need to do.
Yeah, we can introduce Morass to the stream. That works. If you want to take a break and then come back and play your next one afterwards.
Yeah,
cool.
Good. No, speak to you in a bit.
Speak to you in a bit. I think there's too much armour in Blood Bowl for it to be rugby related. As a former rugby player, I mean, they're all cheating. I mean, granted, some of them do have knives, chainsaws, guns, bombs. That does up the stakes a little bit. It is a little.
Some of them also have halfling projectiles.
That voice you can hear is Morass joining the stream. Right, while Morass is setting himself up, I'm just going to stop just for 2 seconds, and we'll just set the next game up while we wait. Good time to grab a coffee at the moment, because it takes a little time for the matchmaking to take place. So if you want a coffee, or in your case, you give me a headache, water, hot chocolate, tea, preferably without vanilla creamer, now's the time.
Getting bored, Jim. You know I have the attention span of a constipated snotling. When are we gonna get to see a game?
Serve my drink to chill, and I'll have your arm sawn off with a rusty blade. I want it warm! Warm, I said. Body temperature. Is the blood in your veins cold? No, it isn't. Then why should my wine be any different? Is this microphone on? At Massive Bifford fan on Twerper has just sent you a rather intimate message, Bob. Would you like to take a look?
Huh? Oh. What does ogre on ogre action mean?
Stop. Right, goblin. Hombre. There we go. That should be a fun way to start the game off.
That's time!
Yeah, this player has bombs. Goes well with my other player, the boom boom.
Welcome back to Cabal Vision HD. One side, goblins who decided to ally with orcs for a chance of victory. On the other, goblins who will lose with joy and good humor.
Good move hiring that player, Jim. Give the team a little more, whatever.
Weather is bad, so I'm not going to go back again.
Just waiting for I'm a flanking to set up here. Orc team ready to be punched.
What's important is not the problem.
Stabbed,
It's what he's
blown
hiding
up.
behind his back. Even a weak and cowardly midget can hurt you if he hits you with a 400-pound cannonball.
And 2 bombardiers. He's just spotted out 2 trolls. And a woman. Go.
Hello, hello stream. Hopefully you can hear me again now. Sorry about that. We've had a couple of technical difficulties. I'm trying to change the chat at the moment as well. As you see, I'm up against Raz's team here, and it's about to start. Ross is going to get to lay his players out now. Now, trolls are big guys, as you can probably see from there, and he has 2 of them. And there's some additional players that I've got to be worried about here. They're going to make my life a living hell. To start with, this goblin has a chainsaw, which means he doesn't try and block, he just rolls against your armor roll. There is this guy, a fanatic, who has a ball and chain and has been given some magic mushrooms to make him feel invincible. He is not, but everything he hits until he either kills himself or gets sent off will probably be falling over. And you have Bomber Dribblesnot here, who is his star player bomber who throws bombs. As well as these trolls. Oh, there is going to be much. There is much violence about to begin here. And the ball is up. So the guys that have the ball of chains, the ball of chain, the chainsaw, and the bombs, those are counted as secret weapons. So as soon as the referee sees them, they'll be sent off. So they sent off after the first drive. Thank goodness for that. Oh. Yes, plan of attack, fanatics. So, how does the goblin take out a big guy? He does that. Jeez, leave him alone. Unfortunately, Ross doesn't have a huge amount of control as to which direction he goes. He's just as likely to injure his team as mine. And if I try and hit him, that spinning ball will do just as much damage. Oh, I am not trying to intercept that throw. Oh, maybe I should have done. So this will be utter carnage. Strangely, the goblin on pogo stick back there, completely legal within the rules of Blood Bowl.
Unity is strength.
How did I survive that? Oh, that was a gobbo hitting me. That's how I survived it. It's almost like you don't want my orcs to be anywhere near your goblins.
Something like that.
He still gets tackle zones. Jeez. I didn't realise the Fnatic still got tackle zones. And welcome to Ross's evil laugh. Well, you know what? That troll, he's not that big and tough.
Means we roll double skulls, isn't it?
Yeah, probably. I can feel the double skulls coming. So, because his troll is significantly bigger than my orcs, I'm surrounding him to have the best possible chance of hitting him. And this will probably do. Oh, and broke his armor and stunned him. The downside to having trolls is they are really stupid. Which I've just rolled for that one. Which means that they forget what they were meant to be doing and just kind of chill out on the ground. Right, I can only blitz one player. What's his strength? Strength 7. That's ridiculous. That, for reference, the troll is strength 5. If at first you don't succeed, go and hit a gobbo. Oh, that was pathetic.
You didn't even succeed at hitting a gobbo.
What could possibly go wrong with a Fnatic on the field?
That's That's a nice Black Hawk you've got stood there.
Yeah, I know,
Come
right?
along quite nicely if you can roll through.
It'd be a shame if something happened to him.
Look, that orc.
So I'm kind of stuck a bit here, stream, because this character I can either try and dodge out the way. It might not be particularly effective. Screw it. I'm gonna dodge out of the way of that fanatic and end my turn. So yeah, on this. So the goblins themselves aren't all that strong, but they are small and dodgy. How did he go all the way over there? So he's just knocks down one of my Black Orcs with that goblin. It is a bit of a risk because he is just as likely to hit his own team as mine. But at the moment he's near more of my players than his, so... Actually, I'm going to try intercepting. Oh, you failed. That's still going to hurt us. Oh, those bombs. I had a game where I had the star player with the chainsaw. JP had a bad game because he was just knocking someone down every single turn. That's still to come, stream, for me. Okay, so both down's the best you can do there. How did you crack my armour and I didn't crack yours? Wow, Nuffle.
You know, the better thing is, it's harder to hit that fanatic than it is the troll.
Yeah. On the subject of hitting people, normal service will resume. If I can't hit the big guys, pick on the little guys.
Shall I point out you didn't crack his armour?
They're gathering around that lone player, like halflings round a sandwich.
Jeez.
Good call. Intimidation is the key. It's one of my strengths,
Skulls. You use your reroll. Skulls.
Two big guys has always been.
Oh, he got away with it. Gobbo with dodge managed to dodge out of the way of my rather angry troll. Oh yeah, there's a ball. Oh, actually. Oh. Sorry, dude. You were the one I care about least. Oh yeah, nudge him towards the gobbos. Stay.
I wasn't expecting that. By the looks of things, neither were there.
Oh.
Another player on the
Tripped and stunned by the goblin player there. That'll do.
Did this guy leave his brain in the dugout again?
There's going to be a lot of real stupidity here. Oh. Wow, my orcs are getting their backsides kicked by the goblins here. Mainly due to a few secret weapon sneaky tricks and a troll, but you can move in any direction you like. So, great question.
Something's happening.
The ref won't see it until the end of the half, or until the end of the drive, sorry. Whichever comes sooner. Did you just cause an injury to me? Oh, to you.
One of my goblins splits to your Black Orc block.
Okay. So, I can explain very quickly. So, each of the characters has different characteristics. The core is your movement, so that's number of squares you can move in any direction. In addition to your movement, you can do something called going for it, up to 2 additional squares with pretty much everyone, and with some skills 3. And what that means is, in addition to your movement, you can try and go an extra 2 squares, but you have to roll a dice for each time you do, and if you roll a 1, they fall over, which you've seen quite a lot when you watch JP and I playing. They've got the strength, that's their strength relative to other players. If you have the same strength, you roll 1 block dice. If you have a higher strength, but not more than double, you roll 2. If you have double the strength, you roll 3 block dice when you're hitting the opponent, so you increase your chances. If you have less strength, you roll 2 and the stronger player gets to choose which one. And if you have half the strength, you roll 2 and the stronger player gets to choose out of 3, sorry. And then agility, that's how likely they are to be able to dodge, and their armor value is the value of their armor and how likely they are to survive a hit. So, oh no, that will do. He's got a blitz. And you have special skills then shown on each of the players that can enhance their capabilities and skew the dice rolls in their favour. So, but they can move in absolutely any direction. Gee, really, Troll? He's just got to push. Eyesight issue caused by gentle threatening.
That's got Black Orc that has block.
Yeah.
You can take them both down.
Oh, damn it.
Against my star player.
Oh, I should have. I just derped. So this Black Orc has a skill called Block, which means that if you roll the both down result on the dice, that he could just ignore it and just punch the other guy instead. Garbo. Oh, I've already blitzed. Never mind. Okay. So I hope that helps you give me a headache. A basic explanation. It's actually a fairly straightforward game, but there are lots of skills that you can get that make it easier for some of your guys. What you're seeing with these big question marks above the heads is each turn the big guys roll a dice, because they're really stupid, and if they roll, is it a? I can actually check. So really stupid, they need to roll anything but a 1, and they can have a turn fine. If they roll a 1, they just stand around and do nothing. That fanatic has been causing real problems. So this star player has a special weapon which he's going to get sent off for at the end of this drive. I'm going to try and catch that. Oh. And the special weapon are bombs. And he throws them like if he was throwing a ball, but obviously they explode, and you can actually intercept and catch them as if it was a ball. Yes! Oh, come on. The ref, well, the ref is a goblin, and he only shows up every now and again to send people off. It takes quite a lot to get sent off. Using a special weapon, fouling and rolling a double, and using a special weapon will only get you sent off at the end of the drive. Oh, that troll.
That's the most successful block that Troll's make all game.
That's depressing. Right, I failed my really stupid roll there. Fantastic. Didn't forget it the second time.
Oh, I stopped throwing bombs at you.
Oh. So the skulls mean that I fall down. The skull and the hit here means both players are down unless one of them has the block skill. And the arrow means that we push them. And then one of the explosion signs, which you can just see, which don't have a little exclamation mark in, is a block. That means they go straight down, and one with an exclamation mark sign means that they go down unless they have the dodge skill. So
Remember, you need balls to score.
gee.
There's no harm in making a block on the ball carrier. Well, actually, you can do a lot of harm.
No, he's not on the field. You give me a headache. No, the referee is just honestly a non-player character that does nothing. This is actually based on a board game by Games Workshop, and you have tournaments, and there you do actually have a ref at proper tournaments, and just playing at home, you just argue over everything. There aren't very many rules, to be fair, or not very many rules that you could argue over. This lineman is going to move around here. And why not? Let's stand this Black Hole Cup again so I can get knocked over again.
It's like that World Cup 98 song, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, with that swinging ball, you are going to keep me down.
This formation gives them a safe progression. It's going to be hard to make them lose the ball.
I've seen mushrooms that look smarter than
It's a fair point. The commentator said that he's seen mushrooms smarter than that troll, and he wouldn't be wrong. So you see this Fnatic's been doing a fairly good job for a Fnatic of just getting in the way. You could have used Leap.
Yeah, I'd end up in tackle zone.
Yeah?
There's no
I want to hit you more.
That's what I want to do.
Disadvantage is obvious. I wouldn't.
Oh my word. So the two block the red dice mean I get to choose which one because my player is significantly stronger despite 3 goblins trying to hurt him. So that goblin's just KO'd my troll, or knocked him over anyway. Let's see if he's actually KO'd him. No. Oh yeah, armor broke. Stunned him. That small goblin just knocked this troll on the floor.
That was one hell of an uppercut.
You can tell what sort of game this is by the fact the boxes on the side are deaths and injuries, KO'd and reserves. This time that's not happening. Excellent view of a orc thonger there. Right.
This is going to be decisive.
Why not? He's already in trouble anyway.
He's following up, hoping to get the knockdown next time.
So the lightning strike means I can blitz. You can only move and hit a player once a turn. Oh my word. Those dice. Ah, that'll do.
It was not far from the end zone.
Hey Rizzo, how are you? Good to have you in the stream, my friend. Right, I'm not going to try and pick up the ball with this Black Orc because his agility is virtually nothing. This requires a lot of dice rolls. Right, because that requires a lot of dice rolls, I'm going to do things that are more likely first. So we're really just messing around in this this league. It's just for fun and to be able to take the mickey out of each other when we kill each other's players. If you're playing Blood Bowl to try and win in single player or in PvP tournaments, you want to do the things you're most likely to succeed at first, and the things you're least likely to see at last, wherever possible. And one thing's worth knowing: each team can have a number of rerolls that are more or less expensive depending on how likely your team is to derp. This is very risky. Oh, picked it up. Passed it. I've already done my blitz. I'm going to have to run around the outside of a goblin. That's just embarrassing. So currently I have no rerolls. You can only use one reroll per turn. Fan of Attack says, the most important question: can you have a Doom Diver on a Gobbo team? What would I do to have a goblin fired onto the pitch? Funny you should say that. You can't have a Doom Diver, but you can throw some players. Do they have right stuff, the Gobbos? Or are they too big?
No, they have right stuff.
They've got right stuff. So if you've got the right stuff skill, you can actually be thrown by a player that has the throw player skill. So a tactic for the Halfling team in particular, and the Gobbo teams normally as well if they're trying to score, is that one of the trolls will try and throw the goblin player across the pitch. The downside to throwing the player is that the player may not, the throw may not go well, the player may not land right, and may just land in a broken heap on the floor. What happened there?
Failed a leap.
Oh, you tried to leap using the guy with the pogo stick. That makes sense. Right. So I don't have any rerolls, so anything that involves a dice roll is pretty risky at the end. At the start, you'll see people try the start of the half. Both teams are probably going to try riskier plays. As the half goes on and they have less and less rerolls, oh, I do have a reroll left. They will do less and less risky things, because there's more and more of a chance of them going wrong in a way that you can't correct. Is this a new team to the league? Oh.
No.
No?
The favourite game. That was the game where I had almost a weapons on first round and all got sent off. We're at 10-3.
Ah. I shouldn't use my reroll for that, but I really want to punch a goblin. And I am orcs, so it's in character. If at first you don't succeed, reroll and hit them again. When I'm talking, there's an echo from Morass. Give me a second, I'll try and solve that a bit. I think that's because Morass's sensitivity is up super high. I'll try and fix that.
Test.
There, we can hear you now.
Okay.
That's still super loud. You're back to the same level you were before. Hang on, I can change it. 1 second, stream. I'll try and change this for you so you don't get so much of an echo. Thank you for letting me know. Let's just make sure that my orcs are doing something constructive while I'm doing that, or destructive, more accurately. Have I already blitzed this turn? That's only the first half.
Remaining upright. Pride comes before the fall.
You trying to decide whether you wanted to go out to the sideline or not. So, one of the most dangerous places on the pitch. Right, I'm going to end my turn and I'll try and sort the sound out while I'm doing it. One of the most dangerous places on the pitch for any player is sitting on the sidelines. Because if your player gets pushed into the sidelines, they go into the crowd, and the crowd are wow, that hurt. Fans of causing pain. Lost a point in skull fracture on my star player. Nicely done. So that means he's permanently lost a point in his armor value. Yeah, sorry. So if he gets pushed out to the fans will kick them in the face and roll in on the injury table or try and break their armor. So it's not a good place to get stuck at the sidelines at all. So you want to get your player away from the side as soon as possible. Oms, your bag is full. Did you have too much loot? Have you had too good a game? How do you drop items from bags in Mordheim? So how do you drop the items? Go up to a character that's got stuff that, like one of the loot points or something, and you can drop some of your items back there. Also, the other thing that you can do is run back to your cart and drop all the items in the cart. Nice. Does that help, Oms? Sorry, I just saw your message. So you can either find someone at a point that you can normally pick items up from and drop some of the stuff you've got into that point and pick it up with someone else, or you can just run it back to your cart. And just remember, don't pick up any of the trinkets unless it's a requirement for the mission, because it's taking up useless space in your bag, and that's why you need to upgrade your strength in your warband as soon as you can. Sorry, Oms is asking about Mordheim for anyone on the stream that's wondering. That isn't about Blood Bowl. We were playing Mordheim a lot over the last couple of days. Which, oh, jeez. No rerolls.
That one's got fists bigger than ham joints.
The fairies. Better watch out. They're murderous little beasts.
Oh, is that your Fnatic finally leaving the pitch?
Yeah, he rolled off the pitch.
Okay. Well, let's go for the score here. So you get star player points for scoring, which helps level your team up as well. So that's the half-time result, so there's 8 more turns remaining. Got 1 injury on my Black Orcs, and the players are coming back onto the pitch. So Lookout's been sent off, that doesn't actually, and so has Bomber Dribblesnot. That's 2 of his star players with special weapons that he was using. You'll notice that there's a unassuming looking gobbo there with a chainsaw. Who
No, there's not.
And another bomber.
Finally noticed the team.
Star players.
Star players.
Remember that's nice to get halflings get 3 treatments.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is going to be interesting. The Orcs are normally a hitty team, and here they're just going to be more of a pasted along the floor team.
Nice, you've only got 1 Black Orc left.
Yeah, I'm just trying to pick my sacrificial lineman, to be honest. So I'm placing my players to receive the ball. So I do have a standard formation I would normally use, but most of the players that would normally use in it are pretty out of position. So the rules for placing your players: you have to have a minimum of 3 on the line of scrimmage at the front, and you can have a maximum of 2 in each of the sides. So Okay, time for you to kick the ball, I think. Oh, sorry, did something, I just derped. Okay. So now the Gobbos are kicking, or in his case, hitting the ball. Oh, damn. So there's a blitz. The Blessing of Nuff will get a free bonus turn, so he gets an additional turn while the ball is still in the air, where anyone not in a tackle zone, which means pretty much everyone, can move. And that will be the use of a chainsaw there. The chainsaw has the effect of just rolling on the injury table, doesn't it? Or automatically breaks the armor. No, it doesn't automatically break the armor. It rolls on an armor break. Oh. This is utter chaos. There's Gobbos running everywhere, chucking bombs, chainsaws out, guy on a pogo stick at the back. This is a good game of Blood Bowl. You can play this super seriously and play with teams and build skills up and play tournaments. And there are some very, very skilled Blood Bowl players out there, and I'm sure there are some great streams out there of very, very good Blood Bowl players. Because you can play it a lot like chess and play it very tactically. But or you can play it with Orcs, who are more of a comedy team anyway, and have some real fun with it.
This is the Goblin team.
Oh, it's a Gobbo team, yeah. Well, I'm playing Orcs. On the subject of which, oh yeah, I was just wondering why I was a man short.
Well, because you knocked one out or injured him.
That's quite a mismatch, Bob.
So what just happened there, stream, is someone that should have killed a goblin has instead just gently nudged him along the pitch.
Stop, touch him up and hit him!
Oh gee. Apparently I'm destined to do nothing but nudge goblins around.
We didn't see the opponents around him, did we?
Oh, kidding. Oh my word.
I'm so glad you rolled for that.
Oh, stream. Well, there's some pro play for you there. I rolled, and you can see the dice roll that has been generated by the action, and I rolled a natural 1. Oh! And that is why that special player is so OP. I love him. Less so when he's doing it to my players, but he has just used said chainsaw to go and fell the troll. So because the goblins are so small, they have a skill or more of a attribute that they're stunty. I love the noise that bomber makes, by the way, when he runs along with the balls cracking around. So because he's stunty, he's got some pros and cons. He gets to ignore any enemy tackle zones on the square he's moving to when he makes a dodge roll. Oh! Wow, that hurt. Oh, you're kidding me. My Black Orcs are having the backside handed to them constantly by this team. Wow. Wow, stream. That is unbelievable. Fair play. That's really funny.
Roll one and go for it.
The ball is currently secure, but now they must grab it. Look on. Intimidation is the key. Strength, I was still playing.
Ah, at least they have teammates around.
Oh my word! Oh, that was terrible. Sorry, Street. So what just happened is I had some very likely rolls where I should have pushed back. There's a 1 in 6 chance, sorry, 2 in 6 chance of it going wrong there, and I managed to roll that chance twice in a row. Did you just foul my troll? You did. You KO'd him as well. He's off the pitch. I suppose. He's got sent off though. The ref has finally paid attention to the goblin with the chainsaw cutting into the the troll. That. Okay. Oh, you double skulls.
It's another reroll wasted.
That is another reroll wasted. I need that reroll for this. God.
The ball's going long. How would you deal with that, Bob?
That's why I needed that reroll. Beautiful pass, fail of a finish. Oh. This orc's about to get beaten up by goblins. Oh, not before that troll wants to go and have a word with the orcs over there. You're picking up the ball, you coward.
I'm half the size of you.
Did this guy leave his brain in the dugout again?
Of course my orc catches the bomb. Oh. My orcs don't catch anything except when they're handed a bomb.
It's fizzy, innit?
Ooh. You see these goblins' uniforms covered in the blood of my team at the moment. Oh! And that troll just injured my orc as my orc tried to hurt him. So that orc has will take no further part in the game. This is starting to get a little bit on the painful side. It's normally the gobbos that are left scattered all over the field, but with all these special weapons and star players, the goblins are doing a sterling job of beating my orcs up. Oh, that's a very well assisted goblin there, who's still going to get 1 dice, or are you getting 2 there? 2.
If the player is pushed here, it
Oh,
will finish in the public.
that's another one.
In general, fans are much more dangerous than players.
We apologise for the showing of orc thong there. As, well, that may be your thing. It's that's the gobbos have ganged up on him. So although their strength is lower, they've only got a strength of 2. For each person that they have here next to the player that's being hit, ouch, that doesn't have another player from my team next to them, they get an additional +1 strength. Well, that goblin just blew himself up. La boom boom.
Boom boom went boom.
Let's inflict some casualties back.
Can the player force possession away from the ball holder?
That was pretty much all I could do there. So I can get all of my guys up that are just lying prone on the floor, but they have a reduced range of movement. I'm choosing not to get some up. He's probably going to get knocked straight back down again, but let's continue stream. That's... Oh dear. Oh dear. You've definitely had the luck of Nuffle this time. You've rolled a lot of like straight blocks. That's nicely done. Can you go for it into the zone? Oh! Oh, you got a reroll. There you go. So the Blessing of Nuffle have scored a touchdown after a fairly destructive half there. The two star players are going off the pitch. What happened?
You see in a minute.
Dead and injured 4 versus dead and injured 2. And neither of my players got back up again. That's why Morass is currently dancing around the room in front of me. La Boom Boom is being sent off though. So the only player that he has left that has any special stuff is the Pogo player, and that's within the rules of the game apparently. So I am having a significantly smaller team here.
Both of these teams are on the edge. Kick is crucial.
I hope that ref is handy.
Nice black. I like that black one.
I know. Right. And to receive the kickoff here. That ball is up. The Blessings of Nuffle received an extra reroll, and the Orc the ball landed on failed to pick the ball up.
Hey, do you know why Nuffle's Blessing?
Why?
It's my team name.
The Blessings of Nuffle, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, that a bleeding pass. The coach is bleeding on the pass to pick off a last minute
Oh,
play.
that was a mistake, stream.
Before football.
Derps have happened, mistakes have been made, and my Black Orc is about to end up in the morgue. Thankfully the other troll is being really stupid at the moment. He's just examining the grass and deciding which of his teammates he wants to eat. Oh, nice hit. Oh, that was my Black Orc lying on the floor. So if you are an Orc player wanting to build a competitive team of Orcs, Black Orcs are one of those things that you need to get their star player points up as fast as you can through causing injuries, because they desperately need the block skill. Once they have block, they're a way better player. Block just means that you are more likely to stay on your feet. If you roll both down, you don't go down, and the other player does still.
Come on, guys, together. You're gonna come out of a dangerous situation.
You can hit a grand total of one of my players at turn.
They grab the ball. A wise move, as it's quite fundamental to the game.
Here comes the last chance pass.
Oh, well, I've derped the pass twice now. Orcs are not exactly a throwing team. I managed to roll a 1 on both attempts there to pass that ball.
I've seen mushrooms that look smarter than
Oh, it looks like my thrower is about to get outmanned and punched in the face by a number of gobbos. That's probably not your worst idea. Worst case scenario is it pops out and one of your other players gets it. %50 chance of picking it up as well. So, because the gobbos aren't very strong individually, what he's doing is getting as many as possible over here. And if he fails to pick the ball up, it will scatter. And he's got lots of people here that can hopefully try and pick it up for him. Oh, slow motion gobbo falling over. And he stunned himself. So he went for it, failed the roll, and has fallen over. Oh, never mind.
Highlight who gets hit next.
Can any of you guys get into the zone? Boom. So there are lots of goblins here, so yep, he's going straight down. Ooh, what a hit. And he's stunned. The remaining goblin is going for it as fast as he can. I would have thrown that pass. You could have got a star player point.
Oh shit, it's the last turn.
It is. That's why I was so happy. So the turn count is here on the side. Unfortunately, this game has, depending on how you score the game, this game's either ended as a draw with 1 touchdown each, or I think the gobbos probably have it on the injuries. They've caused 2 injuries and 2 KOs currently, and I've got 3. Oh, they're going for the extra injury, which they didn't get.
I could have gone for it if I hadn't realised the last turn.
I know.
It's a draw.
You were having far too much fun smashing my orcs to pieces. So, let's have a look stream. So I've got terrible treasury roll there of a 1. I can't re-roll it. And I've lost a point in fan factor. My team performed that poorly against the gobbos. So if we go in to have a look at my team management.
Can also earn experience.
So my Redden's team roster here. So the good news is that my other Black Orc is back from injury. The bad news is that another Black Orc has been injured. So he won't take part in the next game. One of my players has got enough experience to level up. So it's a good way of showing how that works. You basically roll 2 dice. And if you get... I think if you get a 10, 11 or 12, you get an additional skill point, I think. Sorry, you can get an additional characteristic point. It might actually just be 11 or 12. And if you roll a double, you can get a skill that isn't normally allowed for your player. So I rolled 7. That's not enough to do anything interesting, so I just get to pick a general skill. So I think I'm going to give... This is a lineman, so I'm going to try and give him block. because that will help him stay on his feet a little bit more. So let's see. I think that's all we can do. Oh, Michael an LL, thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate it, my friend. Thank you very much. Sorry, it took me a second to see
when you were playing, Bob?
Well,
see your details, so I do apologise for the delay there.
No, I got no idea where these guys came from.
And you'll see Morass if you're a member of our Discord, you'll see that on the stream highlights, Morass is merrily clipping and pasting my players getting punched in the face. Oh,
That's the last game I did.
oh, that's the last game. That's Tolmat's lot. Ah, Brian Makes is joining our league. Fantastic. So if any of you want to get involved in our Blood Bowl league, it is a just for fun league. We're trying to add more people, but really it was initially set up just between 3 or 4 of us that I play against regularly, and just to try out lots of different teams and have a bit of a laugh. And if you guys want to join it, that's absolutely fine as well, and you can play games among yourselves. And we will try and play games with you as well. But the matchmaking is a little bit off on Blood Bowl 2. It was on sale this weekend. I don't know if the sale's actually over yet on Steam. As part of Focus Interactive, both Mordheim and Blood Bowl 2, both of which I've been playing, were on sale. And when they're on sale, they're pretty good value because there's quite a lot of DLC for Blood Bowl 2 and for Mordheim. A bit less so for Mordheim. So it's kind of... But we've been playing Blood Bowl 2 pretty regularly, and we're going to continue to do so. So let's see how our league standing looks. So if we go back and have a look in my leagues, we'll find the League of Destruction. And did you add Brian Makes team to our league? I just saw that he was...
Some of these cameras work both ways. Nice shirt, by the way.
Huh. Helps if you actually go into the actual tournament first, and then go into teams, and then actually search all people. Yep, so Brian Makes, if you're watching still, if you can let me know your team name, I'll happily add you to the league. Anyone else wants to join in, if you message on the Discord your team name. Oh, I've got it, McStubbins Bonebreakers. I have a feeling that we have another kindred spirit. All teams, it's not coming in. Let's try again.
I'm waiting for the server. Try getting.
Maybe that's the Blood Bowl server's having a bit of a derp. Yeah, it is. Hang on, 2 seconds. Yeah, waiting for answer from server. 2 seconds. Let's. So while we're waiting for that, I will add you, Brian Makes. You're more than welcome to. Anyone else that wants to join the Just for Fun League, it's not really a league. It's just us playing as many games as we can of Blood Bowl as possible and taking the mickey out of each other when we kill each other's teams. And you are more than welcome to join. I think Morass has probably stuck the Discord in the chat. In fact, no, I'll put it in there now. All are welcome, and we've got rooms up for arranging games between yourselves and everyone else. Do you not?
Twice it's now. I've tried going in, showing up.
You're a competition commissioner. You should have. Never mind. I'm gonna try it. Can you find his name at all?
Oh, I can't do anything. It's just...
Bathroom facilities have
might be their server,
built
bud.
in modern stadia since the last decade. Before that, the waste was, well, actually, no one knows where it went.
Oh, it also helps if you spell the team name right. I'm just trying to add your... This is not working at all. Ah, there it is. It just popped up suddenly. A ticket has been sent. So you are absolutely more than welcome to search for game and join in.
A good coach keeps his players in top form through regular activity.
So, let's have a look at the league standing. So we go to the league management. And we've got Crunch Ladder, and let's have a look at the leaderboard. So that draw result means that I don't think the Red Uns have moved. They're still 11th in the league. Yeah, back from your call. It looks like you're in all set. Fantastic, Brian. That's great news. So one of the biggest problems that we have with the biggest problem with Blood Bowl 2 when you're playing PvP is that it does take a little while for the matchmaking to take place. Even if there are only 2 of you, that you know there's only 2 of you, there's only 2 of you in the league, and you search, it will take a full 5 minutes to search in some cases. So let's have a quick look at where that leaves us. So I think it's... I'll try and reset to see if I can actually see our new team in the leaderboard. It's not there. I think she hasn't played yet.
We won't have played.
Okay, so at the moment the Tavern's Finest, like Rory's dwarf team, is the strongest team by holding up the rest of the table. At the top of the table, so I was just looking for those 2 teams. So you were playing the Blessing of Nuffle, weren't you? So that's the Goblin team there in 15th position. I think both of us had no change in our rankings there. And the Orc team, the Red Uns, are in at 11. So at the top of the league, you've got Elven Union, the manliest of men, coached by Tolmat, who was on stream earlier. That's an Elven team that is undefeated and is just asking to be hit in the face by a large Orc. The Inquisitors of the Dace from Morass as in number 2, with also 4 wins and no defeats. That's a Chaos team, and then we have a Halfling team at 3. Yep, Tolmat is pointing out that he is still at top of the leaderboard. So it is really for bragging rights, and because it's for bragging rights, everyone's going to brag. If you do want to join the league, you can just create fresh teams, and the way Blood Bowl deals with a team disparity is that it will give you more petty cash, which you can spend on lots of star players to try and even the odds up. So yeah, they'll break them for you. So in the Discord, there's a few rooms starting to develop. That's really a community run by you guys, which Ross is our mod of, Morass McLeod. So he'll be popping in and out, and if you want to arrange games with anyone, see if anyone's around for a game, all you need to do is just send a message on Discord and see if anyone's there. If you use the @here command on Discord and just say that you want to play a game, and then anyone around can say if they're up for it and get a game in with you. So but I'd like to point out there's a Halfling team at number 3. My Halfling team is performing a little bit worse, but that Halfling team is lost 1. Sorry, 1-4, lost 1.
Undefeated 4 game.
Yeah, the first 4 games he was storming up the leaderboard. And you can have as many teams as you like in this league. Really, this league, because it's a just for fun league, where if you want to create 4 teams and you want them all added, go for it. Absolutely, you give me a headache. That's kind of the point. And you've been on the stream for long enough now. You know that me derping and everyone taking the mickey is kind of how it goes. And there's plenty of smack talk around Blood Bowl. Because none of us are competitive in the slightest, right? Right, Morass? He's got his scheming face on. I think he's looking at a new team. No?
I want to kill JP's team.
Well, there's a distinct possibility. I think JP and Tolmat and Morass are trying to arrange a game at the moment so he can take back the top of the league. Are there any house rules like no turn 16 fouls or anything? No. Where is no turn 16 fouls a house rule? What sort of people have you been playing against? No, this is just a fun league. And if you want to delete your team if you have a terrible go of it and then build a new one, that's cool too. There are...
as that has certain tax exemptions.
Who's the 15th place team? Your Gobbos. Well, if you want to queue up and see if you can manage it, go for it. So it looks like Moras is going to try and queue up to play against Tolmat's manliest of men, the Elven Union team, who are currently top of the table. But everyone, if you fancy joining in, just join the Discord, which is completely free. It's just a chat app for anyone that's not used it before. And in the Iron Flank server, you'll find a room called Blood Bowl 2, and you just post your team name there and say you want to join, and I'll go in, find you, and add you to the league, and you can have a few games and enjoy yourself. So just waiting for a few seconds stream to see if we can actually get the top two on the table to play each other. Well, number 15 to play number 1. But the top two coaches. Moras has a pretty good record. I would point out, if you are playing in this league, you can't get too attached to your team or upset about it, because if someone breaks them, because, well, Ross exists. And
I have a reputation for killing off hard to kill enemy, like that Trogslayer that died in turn 1 in the first game we played against High Elf Neil.
Yeah. And actually this is kind of unexpected how this league's gone, because
Talismans are certainly making a splash on the used
I think we've got... I'm having a look through. Where's your High Elf team? Are they in the bottom half of the league now? Jeez. So Ross is traditionally on Blood Bowl a High Elf player, and he builds very hitty High Elf teams. So what he does is very similar to what we saw with the Goblins in the last game. He'll get as many Gobbos as many High Elves as possible to gather around the biggest, strongest players and overman them, and then try and beat them to a pulp. And he has a reputation to uphold. We will definitely make sure we show it on the stream. We're just waiting to see as soon as it happens. Give me 2 seconds. Tolmat, are you doing your divinity soon, or are you... So Tolmat has other long-standing gaming arrangements as well, so we're just checking whether he's joining for divinity in with the other group, or whether he's going to be joining us here to play against Moras's Gobbo team, which can only go well for the crowd. Yeah, you guys.
Good God.
Skulls for the throne of Nuffle. Hi Noah, good to see you.
Spike Magazine, the periodical both players and fans read. Useless, talentless hacks, if you ask me.
I'm well, Noah. How are you? Noah, Moras, you'll see typing in, is one of our mods. So, but welcome back. So we do have people that are watching us on Mixer, Twitch, and YouTube. And if you type into the chat in one, we have something called Restream Bot that is picking up the chat and placing it across. So it does. You watch where you want to watch, and you can still take part in the fun. I think we've got the teams queued up. I'm just waiting to hear from Tolmat. Yep, Tolmat is queuing up. It's just it's just popped up to say that Tolmat is coming in now. So we're trying to queue up. So if you don't mind, if anyone else is in the league at the moment that's watching, if you make sure you're not queuing up for an opponent, and we will be starting a fight very shortly between the top couple of teams. Ross looks so happy here. Noah, when we playing Holdfast again? Probably, maybe a bit later on tonight. you free in an hour?
Oh yeah.
Cool. I tell you what. No, we will definitely. I will play some Holdfast tonight, and I think we may actually be able to have some fairly full teams. I'll see if we can get some more of the guys that we normally play with on stream. See if we can get Rara, Sputin, Plan of Attack, Maras, Tolmat, and myself in. We'll see what we can do. Also, if you want to join us on Holdfast, so Holdfast Nations at War is a slightly different game. I'm just waiting for the queuing up. Is that happening now?
Waiting for the server to pop.
Okay, hang on. I'll back out to make sure.
Yep, it's just popped.
It's just popped. Okay. So you're actually in the game now, yeah?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. So, stream, it's going to take a couple of seconds and a couple of transitions. While we're just waiting for that to happen, let's see if we can get the... Okay, so we're going... Sorry, trying to do multiple things at once here. We're just trying to get through to watch the game, and we'll be broadcasting it live to everyone on Twitch. This might just take a few seconds. Noah Coombs asked why the name I'm a flanker. It's kind of an in-joke. I'm a former rugby player, and there's a position called flanker. Also, it sounds very similar to a well-used Anglo-Saxon curse. So the joke used to be that everyone would shout that I'm a flanker from the sidelines, but I was playing second row. A bit of a rugby joke for you there. Wouldn't worry about it too much. But also, in my game style, I do actually try to take the flank wherever I possibly can. So I'm just trying to find the game so we can get this on. Sorry, rolling? Fantastic. Okay. So it's just taking a few seconds for let's try this again. So it's just going to take a few seconds, stream, and we'll be up and running. I'm just waiting for an answer from the server over at Cyanide. Ah, it's finally just clicked in. Okay. So, stream. He's looking very pleased with himself. We're just clicking over to the action now. Okay, so we have the Manliest of Men versus Blessing of Nuffle. The Blessing of Nuffle is the Gobbo team that you have just played. You've just seen play. If you're just joining the stream, welcome. This is for kind of bragging rights towards the top. The Manliest of Men, the very attractively attired. I think I am. If that's okay with you, Brian, it's up to you. I can leave it to the guys if you like. But the Manliest of Men are wearing very fitting costumes for an elf. It is Blood Bowl ESPN. I am working on a graphics package to do Blood Bowl ESPN for laughs. It will take me a little while though, because I'm doing it in my spare time and I'm streaming with you guys so much. So the Manliest of Men currently top of the table, and the Gobbos somewhere towards the bottom. They are very brittle. Manliest of Men still haven't understood the concept of kicking off, and instead choosing to throw the ball in case they scuff their lovely trainers. And the Manliest of Men are getting an extra team reroll this half. you want me to add you and JP to the...
The player's fist is approximately the same size as his entire...
Where's JP gone?
I don't know, but that's the first injury of the game done.
Oh, that troll has badly hurt the first lineman. I have a feeling this lineman was being sacrificed on purpose. He had 0 star player points. I think this is getting worse for JP. There may be a slight delay here. Oh, that's the second injury of the game. So first turn, 2 injuries. That was not a sacrificial lineman. He is almost leveled up. The elves will definitely feel that. And this Gobbo is going for it as well. Oh my word! This is a massacre. Well, that's a that's something. That's 3 in a row. I'm going to see if Tolmat wants to join the voice chat, because currently all we can hear is giggling from Miraz. I'm just trying to access it now. Where's the congregation of the Church of the Holy Days? One moment. So the Gobbo hit there. The Blitzer has sidestep, which is a skill that means that instead of the Goblin choosing where he should land, the Blitzer can choose where he should land. Either way, he landed on his backside. So... no, flanker is a good commentator. Thank you very much. I always wondered if you did it in real life for some games. No, unfortunately not. No, you get my name's I'm a flanker, but why is your profile picture Lego Man? Because I quite like Lego. If I'm honest, as there's plan of attack and that Lego minifig is actually of me. So who has the ball? Who cares? Where's the ball? So the ball is over here. It's right next to the Gobbo Pogoer Bounce, who probably isn't showing a huge amount of interest in the ball.
He's trying to man's up my Fnatic.
He is indeed. I'm just trying to add JP to voice.
No, he's in a chat.
Ah, okay. So Tolmat won't be joining for voice, so you're not going to be able to hear the cries of anguish as his team take it. Oh, that was a hit. So Lookout has been injured. The Miraz is deciding whether or not to use an apothecary. So what happened there? That oh, and Nuffle intervened. What happened there was so many of them around him that although he's very high strength, he managed to get the dice and actually get that Fnatic off the pitch and injure him. That's a serious problem if it's a long-term injury. As the elf tried to run even faster, he failed his going for it and re-rolled it and failed it again with some spectacular fails. Where are they? He needs to get to 2+, and he failed with 2 1s in a row. The Gobbo's continuing to smash the elves, who are the #1 team in the Stream League at the moment. It looks like the elves have learned a thing or two from the halflings that they've been watching though, and are going to be surrounding and taking out the biggest players they can. So blue is absolutely the ball. The ball is over here at the moment, Stream. So we're focusing on the violence. Ooh. Beautiful kick to the face there. No armor break though, so Fabellion lives to dance around another day. Our Pogoer here is Bounce has managed to retrieve the ball. So the blue light is where the ball is, for anyone new to Blood Bowl. So it's now the manliest of men's turn, the Elven team. Be considering their options carefully here. Ooh, beautiful hit there. So that troll should hang his head in shame. Neck has been punched in the neck, I believe, by a bouncy elf. So that was a good hit, but because he rolled a dodge, the goblin managed to stay on his feet. Noah's asking, which games do you stream other than Holdfast and League of Destruction? Really anything anyone wants to see and play. So mainly recently this is Blood Bowl 2, because it's been on Steam sale. I thought people might want to see it being played. Mordheim, which is another game based in the Warhammer Fantasy universe. I've streamed a little bit of Warhammer Total War 2, so quite a few Games Workshop based games. Also been playing 2 Point Hospital, which is a successor to Theme Hospital. If you guys haven't checked that out and you want a game to chill out to for a little while, certainly until you get into the later levels, that's a fantastic game. Let's see if I can switch the view. But really I'll play anything. I also stream PUBG. But I'm absolutely happy to stream any game that you guys want to see. That is a solid hit. We're about to see a goblin. The elves are known for their athletic capabilities, and these elves are certainly athletically falling to the ground injured. That's that high elf stunned there. Alright, so this Elf Blitzer has the ability to decide which way he wants to fall. Either way, he's going to fall hard. And he's KO'd! So it didn't really matter where he went. Noah was asking what my favourite game is to stream. That's tough to call. I actually love a broad variety of games. So we were talking about the 1,000 hours plus. Oh, and that goblin there fouling the elf on the floor and has knocked him out. Oh, Tomat, your team. The guys in pink, I'd like to point out, are currently the league leaders. Yeah. Oh, that's another solid hit. Elf taking revenge there, but no armor break. A gamer never has a favourite. That's your opinion. Yeah, I think it's situational. So I've got a special place in my heart for things like Blood Bowl 2, Mordheim, Total War Warhammer. In a previous life I worked with Games Workshop, and I played Games Workshop games growing up. Pretty much all of them you can name. So I really like those. I love things like Theme Hospital, Management Sims, City Skylines, Transport Tycoon, for kind of chilling out and just kind of problem solving and managing. And but I also thoroughly enjoy like first-person shooters and stuff like PUBG, and Holdfast just for a laugh with lots of people. And Holdfast, which is the game that Noah's seen me most on, I think, is a Napoleonic era first-person / third-person shooter. And the blessings of Nuffle have scored there with our Pogoer riding his pogo stick beautifully. You should have more elves. You give me a headache, Arms. What was the tycoon you named? Transport Tycoon. There are newer games, so it is a very old. In fact, I will check the age now.
Don't do it.
It's just going to make you feel old. So Transport Tycoon was originally a DOS game, and there's actually an open source project that you can play it and download it. I think it's abandonware now, but called OpenTTD. But Transport Tycoon was initially released in 1994 and is a DOS-based management sim. It's available to play on the PC. You can still get it to run on Windows, particularly OpenTTD. It is a fantastic game. Oh, OpenTTD would be a very good one to stream. So you can play multiplayer OpenTTD, which JP and I have done, and it descended very quickly just into sabotaging each other. So that works. Actually OpenTTD is a newer version, open source one that you can still play online today. One of the games you can play online. Oh, and Stellaris is another one we've been playing a bit. I don't know. I'm currently really enjoying playing More Time, and Holdfast has a awesome community, as does More Time, as does Blood Bowl 2, to be fair. So it's kind of tough. You give me a headache to ask JP if you can pull out a 1-1 this round. I think so. Unless Nuffle really hates him. So one of the advantages of the High Elves is that they are, and all of the elves, sorry, and these are the Elven Union, so it's kind of a bit of a mix. They are very fast, have high agility. They're not very strong. Oh dear. So that's a star player with a special weapon there, a Bomber Dribblesnot, who has just thrown a bomb and knocked out Terwin there. Luckily for Tolmat, both the trolls have rolled to be really stupid. Yeah, Nuffle has literally failed every roll you've tried so far. We did think that Tolmat had electrocuted Nuffle, and Nuffle had been brought into line, but the Goblin teams their only options are either picking the ball up and running with it, getting picked up by a troll and being thrown with it, or getting as many goblins around as possible and hurting the opposing team. And Morass is choosing to go with the hurting the opposing team. So currently we're into turn 5 out of 16 turns, and there are
3 injured elves.
3 injured elves there at the back that are not going to take any further part in this game. And elves are incredibly expensive, so you can't have lots of substitutes ready and waiting. Oh my word, that was terrible. I feel very sorry. Oh, that's 4 injured elves. So Tolmat went to attack the goblin, failed miserably, and has taken a stun. Sorry, not an injury. That was unfortunate. These goblins might actually beat the #1 team in the league. They are 2 very different teams. One is comedy and causing injuries, and the other one is finesse and playing the ball. We've got the troll back here. Failed his stupidity roll again. There are genuinely mushrooms growing that have more brains than that troll. Oh, and the goblins are surrounding and beating the elf, and has KO'd Verfadon. Can you tell he didn't name his players? My favourite team on JP's is the Nation of Steve. Oh, the goblin's going for the ball, and he's making a run for it. Is he going to go for it? He's got a reroll. No, he's decided to try and inflict further violence, and failed. The goblin there doing his best to knock the elven player out. He has stunned him, but has KO'd himself. Tomat says he just forgot to rename his earlier team. I think these goblins would be hilarious against Morass Cooking Club. So the elves trying to prevent the touchdown, and Nuffle is really not smiling on them.
I'm pretty sure the reason we can't have JP in voice chat is definitely not something streaming on Twitch is like.
Yeah, I'll be honest, with this many dice rolls, and this, to be very clear, stream, this is not Tolmat playing badly. This is Nuffle, the god of the dice, really conspiring against him. He's done several things that should have passed with no issues at all, and that's what you get for playing brutal games with RNG in it. RNGesus and Nuffle will conspire against you. This is Brian makes it this turning into quite a brutal matchup. Yeah, it definitely is. So Tolmat is otherwise engaged in another conversation at the moment, which is why he's not joining us on voice. But he is doing his best to hold it together in the face of a fairly brutal game. The goblins, because of their speed, although they're not very strong, you get a goblin individually, they're going to get kicked because they only have a strength of 2. But as you start to add more and more of them around, then that increases their chance to do serious damage. Are we waiting on Tolmat to move? Ah, cool. Okay. Sorry, stream. Looking at a lot of the elves lying very still there, but that may be because they're injured. There we go. Got 5 seconds. Oh. Oh, that was beautiful. The troll called Neil. Hang on. The troll called Neil has been. That was fantastic. So the elf blitzer here went and overmanned the troll, and because he's got block, although they rolled a both down, only the troll went down, and he has KO'd the troll. That's the first bit of good news that he's had from Nuffle for a while. Bomber Dribblesnot is going to try and throw a bomb to deal with the elves in the tackle zone, and he's managed it. Nuffle is definitely smiling on these gobbos. So that's cleared the tackle zones. This goblin can just go in at any point that he wants to now, with nothing that the elves can do to stop him. And he's showing off. There we have a touchdown. So that's the Manliest of Men 0, the Blessing of Nuffle 2. We've also cut off some of the voice chat between the two opponents because we have a slight delay on what I'm seeing and what you're seeing, so we're a little bit behind by about 5 seconds. However, Ross's maniacal laughter will tell you that something has gone awry. Yep, 0 to do. Good job, Nuffle. Absolutely right. You give me a headache. The referee has accepted a... So one of the Blessing of Nuffle players got sent off for having illegal weapons. It's Bomber Dribblesnot, I believe. And the referee then took a bribe and decided that's fine, he can stay on. A very goblin move. So it's a high kick, so any player of the Manliest of Men who's not in a tackle zone may be moved into the square where the ball will land if it's unoccupied. So this should be a catch.
I think Neil's getting punished.
See, that shows you how bad a game JP's having. He was under the ball. Oh my word. Oh my word. Tolmat, I'm sorry, my friend. This is starting to get painful. The one thing that these guys are good at is picking the ball up and throwing them. And Nuffle, the god of the dice, has decided that's not happening today. Yep, Neil is really stupid. Again, I'd like to point out that Tolmat is not playing badly. All of the things he's doing have made sense. There haven't been any plays that I've looked at and thought, that was probably not what you should have done to win. But Nuffle is definitely on the side of the blessings of Nuffle. And that's another bomb thrown and another player stunned on the Elven team. Yeah, Tolmat, to be fair, this is turning into your Blood Bowl. Tolmat and I both have varying relationships with Nuffle. Tolmat is, of course, the Pope of the Church of the Holy Dace in PUBG. Has never been hit driving through a red zone in a white holy dace. But he's, I think, his mixed religious affiliations with the various gods of luck have led Nuffle to smite him in Blood Bowl recently. And these goblins are not letting up. It's going to be a continue. They're continuing to move for the ball and move to cause further injuries. These star players are fantastic, and I think you can have one in your team of each of the types of special weapon as well. Of which one is... oh, that block's coming in. He's going to get to choose where to go with sidestep. This is his blitzer. No armor break there, thankfully, for the manliest of men. Let's see if anyone wants to play with the ball. Tolmat considering his options. He's thrown the ball. The pass is completed. That is more like a normal Elven team. The Elven catcher has a high movement and is going to continue to run all the way to the end of the pitch. There is one goblin that can do anything about it, and Tolmat is trying to do something about him and failed. He's pushed him, but that's not going to be enough. And I think Bomber may be making a run over to make an airmail delivery if Tolmat fails to take him out before the turn is over. Both down result there, which has left one goblin stunned and the elf just about surviving. So at half time, oh my word, Brian says, damn, elves sure can run. Yep, they certainly can. Really, that's what they should have been doing in the other direction from the trolls and special players. Already 3 injured, 1 KO'd. The goblins are super cheap individually, so there are plenty of reinforcements. And you can see that one of the goblins has managed to stand up and continue. That blitz was like 3 turns of dwarf movement, absolutely. Dwarves are a very hitty team, and a lot of them have tackle, which means you're less likely to be able to dodge out of their tackle zones. But they are not the quickest, I think it's fair to say. Oh, the kick is up on the goblins, and there is a riot. Both teams will lose a turn. The elves managing a beautiful pass there, and are trying the same trick for a second time. They haven't gone for it all of the way that they could have done. Well, they're sending him up to be well supported there. There are a few more goblins this time that can get back. So the manliest of men have to consider how they can try and protect the ball carrier. They've decided to move out of the way and... oh, jeez. Oh, that is terrible luck. So he rolled the dice, got a both down result, and then suddenly the I think both parties were knocked out in that, so there's one less elf. Yeah, unfortunately half-time happened. You only have 8 turns in a half, and half-time happened, so the manliest of men could not score. And really, I hope they do score at this point. They certainly deserve it, but I'm not entirely sure the elves remaining in front of that troll there deserve to be where they are. Oh, the goblins blocking. They initially managed to push, but then got the defender stumble, and that has meant the elf has gone onto the floor. The ball went out of the sidelines, and the fans threw it back on. It's in a position that potentially Tomac could score there. He's certainly got the movement with his catcher. However, there are a lot of tackle zones there, and I feel like there might be a bomb incoming. Nope. No bomb. So the troller has moved on to hitting the remaining elves standing in the line. And Horthian Alanrina is stunned. The goblins, inspired by the troll, have decided to do the same. Not quite the same result, but certainly close enough. Another elf lying in a pool of his own blood. And a both down result, which has left Inthorin Malamir KO'd. Yeah. So in single player, I'm pretty and JP, to be fair, has a single player team that he uses quite a lot, and he wins regularly. Oh my word. So he went for it to try and pick the ball up and run into the end zone to end the drive. Unfortunately, was tripped over by a goblin who has added to the litter of elves all over the field. Elves litter the field and not on their feet either. Oh, Bounce has thrown a pass to another goblin there, who failed twice and has fumbled the ball, ending the goblin turn. There are literally no elves. Oh no, there is one elf starting his turn on his feet. That is his thrower. So if I were JP at the moment, I don't think he can hear me, and he's moving before I can see what's happening. I would run one of these guys back here into the end zone here, and then take this thrower, get the ball, and try and pass it to him, because he could get a point here.
He just rolled a nat 1.
He just rolled a natural 1 to pick it up, and he has no more rerolls remaining, so he has turned over. Tomas saying, alright, I'm making a Skaven team, I need my people back. So Tomas is a Skaven player in single player, and very successful with his Skaven team as well. That is Calmarin Cromlond, has been stunned after taking a backhand from a troll. That other troll is following up. It looks like he's going to overman the remaining elf standing by the ball. I would not want to be the only elf standing on this field at the moment. You're right. Oh dear. Lebam has tried to pick up the ball, failed miserably, and fumbled it onto the elf, who failed miserably, and fumbled it onto the troll, who failed miserably and fumbled it. Noah asking, do I know the game's heroes and generals? In which game? In this one? Oh, the game. Sorry, heroes and generals. I haven't played heroes and generals. Oh my word, this RNG is terrible. To be fair, in that case, Morass has done a really good job of covering the elf in tackle zones and his own blood. But elves are known for being good at dodging and have high agility values, so he should have done a bit better than that. He needed a 2 or more to dodge and rolled a natural 1, which is an automatic failure no matter how big your skill level is. Oh. And the Gobbo's going for some extra fouls there, and Upper Galad is injured. That's... oh, sorry, he's stunned. Sorry, he's not injured. My apologies. Not for want of trying by the goblins. So currently, the goblins who have a far lower skill level and are far cheaper than these elves, and are far further down the table, have taken the approach of smashing the elves into the floor into tiny pieces. And, oh! Did you just fall over your own shoelaces?
Threw a bomb, didn't.
Ah, so the Boom Boom tried to throw a bomb and it failed. And that's the elves team. Oh my word, this is a slaughter. Tolma, I feel for you, my friend. What happened there is one of the elves tried to get up and run after the ball carrier. Tried to get out of the tackle zone, failed, fell over. The only action of the elves. So it's a free-to-play World War II first-person shooter, really realistic. I might have a look at that. Let's see. So the Gobbos are looking like they're going to get another score in. And also looking like they're going to get another foul in. If you see a large number of goblins running around one of your teammates, you know that there's a foul coming, and this will almost certainly break the armor. It did, it stunned him. It did not cause a serious injury, but that is a lot of goblins and trolls there taking part in the friendly pounding of the elves. At this point, there are currently 2 elves that are stunned, 3 elves that are able to stand up that are currently lying on the floor. There is really not very much that the elves can do. This is a very successful elven team normally. He's going for the... he's gone for a blitz and he's got a push. I think that's the only thing he can do. He literally cannot stop the score. There's only 2 turns remaining. This is his penultimate turn. So he has got some more of the elves getting up into the end zone. So that is the 2 stunned players somewhat recovering. But the troll squarely hitting the blitzer in the face. This is Neil versus Horthian. Oh, that's a cracking hit. Did not penetrate the armor and allowed a space for a goblin to come in and try fouling again. And Calmoran is stunned again. And the goblin has run in the ball at the end to score again. This is an absolute rout due to Nuffle taking the side of the Blessing of Nuffle. And the goblins taking full advantage of it. That was a significant hit. So this does mean that there's an opportunity for all of the players that are KO'd to recover and get back up. There are currently 3 in the dead and injured camp for the elves. The KOs have stayed on their backside. The elves are always a small team in terms of numbers of players. The goblins are always a large one, so each player that the Blessings of Nuffle push off the pitch or shove off the pitch. Oh, the Boom Boom has finally been sent off. So instead he's brought on a goblin with a chainsaw. This is going to be an utter massacre of the remaining players. So currently the elves are getting dangerously close to the point they can't field enough men to start a side. So you have to have 3 players here in the middle, and you can have a maximum of 2 on the side. So the manliest of men are giving up on the idea of scoring because they cannot score now. So the changing wind causes a gentle gust of wind that makes the ball scatter 1 extra square in a random direction before landing. I don't think that's going to matter. No one's looking at the ball at this point. So, the Elven Thrower. Yeah, a nice punch, stunning Tugnit. And the catcher next to him tried to do the same thing and failed miserably. Although he did take the Goblin down, he managed to take himself out at the same time. And there we have... that is brutal. That is the Looney there, which is the one with a chainsaw. Doesn't have to knock him down, just rolls an armor roll. He managed it, he penetrated the Blitz's armor. Oh! Oh no, it's gone wrong. So what just happened there is that the goblins are small enough that the trolls can throw them, and we've just seen the troll attempt to throw his player, and it went about as well as you would expect. The goblin landing on his face and not being able to do anything. A further foul coming in there. I don't think there's anything anyone can do at this point. The reason Moress was trying to throw a goblin is if he did land, he would then be able to use his turn as normal and run the ball in. Oh, that's the goblin with a thorough hit there, not managing quite to take the elven player out. But the goblins do seem somewhat determined to deal with the remaining elven players. There are currently one on the pitch, and this game is going to end with every elven player lying bleeding on the floor.
Still one stood up.
Oh no, that's not true. We have one solitary elf. The Tomas Thrower is the only one standing up. This is the top of the league elven team playing against a fairly new goblin team, and I'll be honest, that wasn't skill by the coach of the Blessing of Nuffle. That was Nuffle's intervention. Every roll went against the manliest of men. That should not have been the result. I think the result should have been something like 2-2, there or thereabouts looking at it, but 3-0. That was brutal. The Blessing of Nuffle. 3 touchdowns, 18 armor breaks, 2 expulsions, that's where they've been sent off the pitch, versus only 6 armor breaks going the way of the manliest of men, playing against goblins and only managing 2 passes in the whole of the game. For an elven team, that is not good enough. So let's have a look at the leaderboard here. That has meant the manliest of men have dropped to 2nd with their first ever loss. The Chaos Inquisitors of the Dace have taken the position at the top of the table with 1 to play. The Halfling Totally a Great Team is currently in 3rd. And the Human Bleed on Me is in 4th. Wood Elf Elves of the Dace, JP's other team, is in 5th. And then you start to see the first of my teams. The Pro-Pass Prisoners, the Khemri team, in 6th. The 7th we have Lustria Longballs. And then we have the Dark Elf Stabby Stabbies, Undead's Potato Aim, Chaos Dwarfs Chaos Dace Midget Bowl, and the Orc Reddens, which we saw play earlier on the stream today, in 11th with 1 win, 3 draws and a loss. The Goblin Blessings of Nuffle that we've just seen in that game have moved up the table to 12th, and a Halfling Moras's Cooking Club make up the remaining team in the top half of the table. Noah Coons asked, how long have you been streaming? Not in time, but in years. This year. Yeah, I think two months, and only really seriously doing it for about 2 weeks, I think, if I'm honest. I'd have to go back and check. So played around with a bit of streaming for the last couple of months, and have been putting a bit more time into it and effort into it in the last couple of weeks. And here come the bragging rights. I think Tolmat may be on his way towards Morass to come and give him a subtle nudge in person. That was definitely a game that could have gone far better for the elves. So let's have a look back at the league standings. So the Crunch Ladder, this is a just for fun league between everyone, and everyone is welcome to join if you've got Blood Bowl 2 to come and join in the league. So the leaderboard is... I'm just trying to work out who needs to play next. The Pro Pass Prisoners could probably do with an outing. Have they...
They want to play the Blessing enough?
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. Tolmat, are you happy for that? I don't know if you can hear us in the stream as well. I'll message... Hang on, I'll just send him a message on Discord.
Let's see what else there is. A lot of teams play. Else.
Okay. So sorry stream, it's just going to take a second. We're just trying to arrange the next game at the moment. Also, I will be at... we will try and get a game of Holdfast in this evening, because I haven't streamed Holdfast for a few days. So if that's okay with everyone, and if any of you guys have Holdfast, you are more than welcome to join in. We're going to try and get 4 or 5 of the people that we play with regularly into the stream to do it. What's the background music called? Ah, that could be a problem. Ah, the background music, sorry about that stream if that's been annoying throughout this. The background music wasn't meant to be playing. That's what, let's have a look. So, I'll just kill the background music, sorry about that stream. That is a derp on my behalf. We've got several different overlays we're trying to use to allow us to show that game. That's called Tattoos and Teslas. So, do apologise stream. If you notice any strange music that's not game music when we've actually got the game running, just tell me, I've probably derped. So... Ah, we have a new team from Tolmat. One moment, I'm just going to try and set them up stream. An urgent request from Tolmat. Oh, I want to see this game. Stream, are you okay for us to watch another game of Blood Bowl? Because I desperately want to see this. So JP is normally a Skaven player, and oh, Tolmat said he quite liked having a bit of background noise. I'm happy to put it back on again, to be honest. It's up to you guys. This is your stream after all.
I'm looking forward to these next
so the music's called Tattoos and Tesla, which is from... I'll have to check. Sorry, Tattoos and Teslas. And it's from one of the music providers that we use. Cool. I'll leave it on then. I am happy to have a vote at any time to take it on, leave it off, whatever you like. But I know that sometimes with the games you can have conflicting music, and that kind of sucks a bit. So... are we playing the Gobbos again versus the new team? No, doesn't look like it.
Even I feel too dirty to play as Gobbos again after that just happened enough. No, but they can stay sat down. That was just harsh.
Yeah, that was, I'll be honest.
As much as I was giggling, I feel bad for the... That just, yeah. I'll take a shower after that.
So the background music is Tattoos and Tesla by GG Riggs, which is available from Premium Beat. A company that licenses out music, royalty-free music. But I think you can actually listen to it on SoundCloud as well, I believe. I may be wrong though. Okay, so we're just trying to work out what to do next. So stream, let's ask you, what do you fancy watching? So there is a new Skaven team that if Tolmat's around, we may be able to get a game in with him playing with a brand new green Skaven team, with a team that he's normally far better with. Alternatively, we can switch to Holdfast Nations at War, which is a Napoleonic first-person or third-person, depending on how you play it, shooter, which is a huge amount of fun. And if any of you own the game, you can all join in at the same time, because the servers there support up to 150 people, which is you can either play it as a serious Napoleonic game where you fire 3 rounds a minute as either French, Prussians or British, or what you'll more likely notice is lots of people having fun. And I've never laughed so hard as watching Tolmat run in to take a castle, jump up, fall down a well and die. So it's entirely up to you, stream, whatever you guys would like to watch. What I will do though is I'll stick a link, if I won't get banned by my own bot, so you guys can see what Holdfast Nations at War is about. In fact, I have got, if I just transition just for a second, let's see if I can do that. So the background here, if I take out the so in the background here is Holdfast Nations at War. That's kind of typical of the gameplay. Noah is asked to switch. I did say that I would play Holdfast.
Players have to be careful though.
Right, so we will lose Morass for a little while, and then you come back and join us for a little bit and Holdfast.
Possibly.
Okay.
How about that?
I'm just trying to I'm just trying to see how many we can get on for Holdfast Nations at War. So I'll play that for a little bit as well, stream. Thank you everyone for dropping by the way, I really appreciate it. And if you have any questions or there's any games you'd like to see us play, just let me know. It'll be interesting actually to see everyone in the stream what your games are that you've played a large number of hours on, because I've been we went through and checked some of the 1,000-hour plus games, which are the ones that you're truly addicted to. You've played more than 1,000 hours in total. And it would be no surprise that most of them are older games, because you have to have had them for a little while to get that many hours in. But Holdfast I've only got 84 hours in so far. But I've got more than 1,000 hours in things like PUBG and a lot of the Total War games. So let us know in the chat what you guys have played for a large number of hours. It doesn't have to be 1,000 hours, because most of those games are pretty old. But what's the game that you were addicted to most? And I think that we are... Let's see if I can actually change the details over. Logos...
Never went onto the field.
Okay. So I'm just trying to arrange this for you at the moment. So in the background stream you should be able to see a moment from one of our Holdfast games where it's just running across a bridge. The reason I love Holdfast so much, it's a small indie developed game, and it's the community's fantastic, and you can only fire 3 rounds a second. You're firing with a musket, which any of you that have any knowledge of firearms or history know that muskets are seriously inaccurate. So what I'm going to do, I think, stream, if it's okay with all of you guys, is to allow us to update the titles for YouTube. We're going to end the stream and be right back in about 5 minutes, if that's okay. And we will start... we will then start up the Holdfast Nations at War, and as we do, I'll let you know which server we're in, and if you guys have the game, you are more than welcome to play. And let's see if we can actually place in the a link to the website for Holdfast, because I like supporting independent devs when I can, and also gives you guys a opportunity to have a look at what the game is. So I'm going to put 2 links in. One is just a Steam store page, which should open your local Steam store page just to show you it. It's not a hugely expensive game. I think in the UK it's currently $14.99, and it is on early access, so it is constantly being worked on at the moment. I have no affiliation with any of the games we play. just play the games that we enjoy. So let's see if we can get Twitch channel. So Moras was just saying, thank you all for cheering on the Gobbos. He's heading off for a while. I'm back and missing that last game. Oh, well, we will have more Blood Bowl going. Yeah, there's... If you did, did you actually? No. You Give Me a Headache was actually there to see all of it. There is actually quite a lot of Blood Bowl, I think, on video on demand on Twitch. You can definitely watch and see that it doesn't fare any better normally either. Ah, Lord Uxbridge, hello, sir. How are you? Lord Uxbridge is someone that we play online. Well, we met last time we were online playing Holdfast. So, okay, so stream. I am going to end the stream temporarily. We'll try and be back up, let's say 25 past, to give everyone a little bit of time to go and get themselves a beverage and have a comfort break. And we'll be playing some Holdfast Nations at War. And should have a good laugh if we've got people like Lord Uxbridge in. You guys are going to want to listen out for the game voice. There are going to be lots of insults thrown in a polite manner between various nations' armies as we go forward. But as always, thank you ever so much everyone that's been watching the stream. Thank you everyone that has followed. It really does help. Everyone that's watching on YouTube that's been liking the videos, every like is hugely appreciated, and you guys subscribing have been amazing. And on Mixer as well, I can see there's quite a few people watching on Mixer. I'm hoping you're enjoying the content. But we will be back in about 5 minutes. So all that leaves in the meantime is to say thank you very much to everyone. We will be back at 25 past. It's just to allow us to change over the titles for YouTube and the game details. I'd like to thank everyone that's watched and subscribed today, and also everyone that's watched and followed today on Twitch, subscribed and liked on YouTube, and hung out in the chat and had a laugh with us. And thank you very much, Super Sailor and Michael GNL, who are our latest followers on Twitch, and Giacomo Nicolini, our latest YouTube subscriber in our Hall of Fame. So, we will be back in 5 minutes stream. Get yourself a drink, get yourself comfortable, and come and laugh at me derping in a completely different century for a little while. Goodbye for now.